Well, we have switched topics because I'm still going, because everything that pops open leads down another hallway of doors. Some doors are unlocked. Some doors are locked. Some door locks are puzzles. Because what I have learned is I was taught different. I had different rules than everybody else. Like, I knew that other people could do whatever they wanted. They could love who they wanted. They could do what they wanted. They could live how they wanted. But I knew that I couldn't. Like, I knew that I had different rules to follow, because I was taught and raised that every family does things differently. Because not only did I realize, but in 2023, when the donors, were telling me about all these good, awesome things that were about to be happening in their life, Spirit put something on my heart. So I, being the messenger that I am, I don't gatekeep nothing. If Spirit lays something on my heart and it ain't for me, I'm not going to keep it. I'm giving it to the person that it belongs to. It is up to them to do with what they want. Now, I did not realize that at that time. So I do, when I get to a certain point, I do get a little, like, I will remind the people. I'll be like, hey, you're not doing this. You're not doing it. Whatever. I realized I was reparenting. Like, I was parenting. Like, I was the parentified child. So I was doing what I was raised to do. I was parenting the parents. Ha ha ha. So I told them, say, hey, all this stuff is absolutely amazing and it's great. And you deserve something good to be happening in your life. Okay, awesome. I said, now you have to remember, you have to do things the right way. Otherwise, everything that you have just been given will crumble. Now, at that point in time, I didn't know what that meant. I just knew that I had a purpose to follow, and I was getting these messages, channeled messages. And I was like, well, it ain't for me, so I'm going to give it to the people that it belongs to. Well, then I started telling my story, and they kind of saw it as a threat. Like, I was threatening them because I was the one that was going to make it crumble. So once again, it was put on me because I was speaking the truth, and I just happened to have told them something else as well. And they weren't seeing the connection. They were just seeing how they normally see and going, oh, well, you're the problem. Oh, you're the problem. Sure, that's what you want to think. That's fine. That's fine. Because it is absolutely hilarious when someone brings something to me and then I do what I do. And then they look at me and go, oh, well, you fucked up my life. Or, oh, you're the reason I'm miserable. Or that is what we call the consequences of your actions. That is what we call trying to get away with something in the dark in front of someone who's a light. Because what does light do? It shines on the darkness. It shines on the darkness. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. The fuck you mean? What do you mean? Because I had to really, after yesterday's realizations, like the yeah, I don't want to say it. I don't. After realizing how much incest, that's why I'm using interpersonal relationships, because I don't like that word. It's icky. It's icky. It's yucky. Because. So you can justify anything. Doesn't mean that it's right. Just because you can justify it does not mean that it is right. Because I remember numerous times, because I had relatives that, well, they were cousins by marriage. And they got married and had a kid. Like, we were told, oh, well, it wasn't blood, so it's fine. No, if you're a cousin, a sibling, a whatever, aunt, uncle, well, whoever you are, even if it is just by marriage, that's not okay. That's not okay. That is not okay. Just like we should not be kissing our kids on the mouths. We do not need to be kissing our kids on the mouths. No. Cheeks, forehead, top of the head, hands, something. Stop kissing the kids on the lips. Stop kissing the kids on the lips. I did not know that that was a bad thing until fourth grade. The second half of fourth grade. I didn't learn that until I moved out of the South and came to Illinois. I didn't know that was a bad thing. I didn't know that that was wrong until I told my parents bye when they dropped me off in the classroom. Being the way I was raised, had to give dad kiss goodbye. Well, that was my initial introduction to my class, because everybody, they either laughed or made that noise. That was my introduction to my new life that I was trying to start for myself. See, that was the reason. I was always excited. I was always excited to move. So I was like, ooh, I can be myself. Or ooh, I can be somebody different. Like, ooh, I have a new start. I can start over. No one's going to know who I am. No one's going to know what I am. I can like do the thing. And it never worked out because you know, that's how I was raised. So I was stuck in a little cage. Anyways, then I got to even thinking further back, and I got thinking about more details of things, because here's the thing. I didn't know, I was not given the memo that you don't share with your family members. Like, unless you have permission, you don't share. You don't share. So there should have been no reason that me and the sister had 12 of the same people. Now, it wasn't anything like sexual, but it was like either dating or we kissed the same person or whatever. And then there was one time even we were both seeing someone. We were like, we don't like the person we're with. And we swapped. Like, that was, I guess that one was okay. I don't know. It still feels weird to me now. It feels weird to me now. Like, that shouldn't have been a thing. That shouldn't have been a thing. Like, on one hand, I had one sibling that was like, I'm gonna chase you around the house and I'm gonna hold you down on the kitchen floor with a butcher knife while you fight for your life. Parents weren't there. I don't know where the parents were. I have no idea. I don't know why we were by ourselves. I don't know what was going on. I don't remember what was happening. I just remember that. Being chased around the house with a butcher knife and then being held on the kitchen floor trying to pry it off of me. Same sibling that was trying to brag looked at me and said, how many felonies do I have? Do you think I have? And I'm in my head, I'm like, the first number that came to my mind, 32. Looked at me like, how did you know? I'm like, I don't know. Just a number that popped in my head. Lucky guess. Lucky guess. I know it was intuition. And then there's one that, like, oh my, it's just, one that I'm like, this one would probably kill me. This one would. This one could. And anytime that I needed to do something that I knew would be like walking into the den kind of thing, I would always prepare myself to die because I knew he had that in. I was trying to keep the gingers out, so it wasn't. Damn it. Anyways, and then there's the other one that had that, who just kept everything secret. Because here's the funny thing. Here's the funny thing about life is, like, all three of us did the same thing. It's just two of us were honest about it and one hid it. That's all. That's all. Two were honest about it, one hid it. But, whatever. I'm the bad kid. I'm the bad one. I owned up to every single thing that I've done. I have owned up to every wrong that I have made. And I've done better, and I've corrected it. What do you mean? Don't come to me. Don't step to me. We are not the same. That's why they have to stay over there. They got to stay over there. They want to keep their lies and their secrets and all that stuff, because I remember one time I was trying to talk to the one over here. I was trying to talk to them because I was trying to get both of them to be like, realize and open their eyes to see like what is going on and what I'm trying to do and like build us together. And literally I sent them a video that I had posted on here, and the response was, but if people know you, they know who we are. And that's when I started to realize that, they don't care about making it right. They just care about reputation and how they're seen and viewed. Oh my gosh. That's so sad. And see, here's the cool thing about my kid is we have such a good relationship, and we have very, very, very big open communication. My kid's going to tell me. My kid's going to tell me if you do something that upsets them. if you do something that's not right, or if you do something that reminds them any way, shape, or form of their father or the donors that I have had or his. I may not address you, but I will start cutting you off. And when I start putting all the big, big pieces together and I feel like it's necessary, I'm going to bring on all the facts and then tell you that I'm done. It won't matter what you say after that, it'll be done. And at that point, depending on what the message is, I'm probably going to call you out because I've got screenshots for days. I've got voice recordings for days. What do you mean? What do you mean? I will tell what I did and you did at the same damn time. What do you mean? I got no skeletons in my closet. And if they do, I bring them out when I find them. Absolutely. I'm here to lead by example. I know where I came from. I know where I came from. And I know where I'm going. And it ain't over there. I got out of that for a reason. Because this is nasty. This is nasty. It's gross. It's dirty. It's disgusting. Because here's the other sad part. Here's the other gross part. Oh, the egg donor was so honest with me. And I didn't need that. I didn't need to know those things. I didn't need to know those things. I didn't need to know that she was never pleased. I didn't need to know that she had never, ever cleaned her tub from him. Like he had never cleaned her tub, because I got to a point where I was at a point in my life where I was willing to allow the people that I was dating. Like I had thought about it. I had thought about it and talked to them about it, to be like, hey, would you be willing to do this for her? Because you deserve at least one in your lifetime. You deserve at least one in your lifetime. And especially if you have 3 kids, you deserve to at least have that experience. Like I felt sorry for my egg donor. I did. I felt so bad for her until I realized that she put me in the same fucking box and made sure that I was in that box. And here's the crazy part. She had made my ex-husband so uncomfortable while we were still married and living with them that he had to actually verbally ask her to stop kissing him on the cheek as much as she was and as close as she was, because it was making him uncomfortable. Now, she admitted that she was jealous, but I didn't realize how jealous she was. I didn't realize how much of my life that she wanted. I didn't realize she would always complain, oh, I don't like being in my sister's shadow. I don't like being in my sister's shadow. So why are you trying to put me in yours? Why are you trying to put me in yours? If you don't like being in someone else's shadow, why would you put someone else in your shadow? Why would you try to do that? Why? Well, if I can't do it, you can't do it. If I can't have better, you can't have better. That ain't how this works. That ain't how this goes. That is not how this goes. And then, and then the other funny part is, like, I had one of the siblings confide in me one time to let me know that they saw some not so good things on the screen in front of the sperm donor. And I was like, you know what? Actually, that checks out. That checks out. That checks out. Because there are some videos that certain people just should not be watching. I mean, I know we all have our kinks and we have our own, like, needs and preferences and all that stuff. But how you gonna sit there and get onto one sibling or one child for doing that, but you gonna turn around and do the same damn thing? And then you're gonna sit here and tell us that corn's not good for us, but you're gonna sit there and do it yourself? Oh, okay. That's cool. That's fine. That's fine. The other nasty, dirty thing is that there for a while, after my partial hysterectomy, I couldn't wear a bra. I couldn't wear anything that was super tight, because constricting clothes made the pain worse. Made the pain worse. So I didn't wear a bra for a while. And I unfortunately saw way too many times eyes go from here to here. And I was like, oh, no, sir. Oh, no, sir. Did I speak on it? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because I know their game. I know their game. If I can't even bring up a situation with my kid, I know I can't bring up a situation like that. No, 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 no. Because I had brought up, when my kid would come to me with the issue, I'd confront. Hey. And I would literally watch the same thing that happened as a child happen right then and there. Excuse it our way, avoid, deflect, place blame elsewhere. And I was like, okay. And that's when I told my kid, I was like, they're not going to change. There's literally nothing I can do. So we're just going to have to work on navigating through it until we can get out of here. That's all we can do at this point, because at this point, it's just, there's no point. There's no point. Until I started getting poked and prodded and triggered and abused and traumatized all over again. All over again. And they want to take my meltdown, my breakdown. They want to use that as proof that I'm the crazy one. Ma'am, you were this close to my face, yelling at me, continuously using my dead name that you knew I wasn't wanting to be used. On purpose. You admitted to doing it on purpose. And then you threw my sunglasses on the table, like threw them down to the table. They popped up back, hit me. Oh, but I'm the one that needs to be admitted? Okay. Okay. All right. No, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. You can have your circus. You can have the flying monkeys. Because every single person that came back and talked to them, I heard about it. I found out that words got said. I found out that words were being spoken. So every single person that went back to my abusers got cut off. And now, the ones that are unblocked, they get to watch. They get to choke because they have no access to me. They can watch me rise. They can watch me get to where I need to be. They can watch me become the best version of myself because I was never the problem. I was only the problem because I spoke up on the truth that they were trying to hide. Mm-mm. You cannot mess with the chosen one. You cannot mess with God's children, the universe's children, whatever. Like, you cannot mess with them. Not when they have a purpose, not when they have a path, not when they were given to you as a blessing. That's one thing I know damn well that they are good at: fumbling and mishandling their blessings. Every time. Every single time. I definitely tried to say both of those at the same time. Because how are you going to have a whole entire family unit, both sides? Well, actually, no, just one side, because the other side was pretty much non-existent. How are you going to have a whole entire family unit plus friends come against one person because they're telling the truth? Like, I will never forget. I'm getting ready to leave, go to work. Sperm donor is coming in the door. And then he starts getting on to me because I didn't come and knock on his door and say hi because he just got back from a trip. I had to go to work. Oh, but you couldn't come say hi? Check on me? Why is that my responsibility? Why is that my responsibility? I got my own life to live right now. Why do I need to come in? I ain't going into your room. Absolutely not. Why the fuck would I do that? I not no. Why would I do that? He just kept going on and on and on. And I was like, only thing I could think in my head was, I'm not your parent. I'm not your parent. You're supposed to be my parent. Why do you want me to? Why? No, I know. No, like, I get it. Like, I understand. Like, your parents are gone. Your parents weren't the best to you. I get that. I understand. I understand that. I kind of understand some other sides of that, but still, I'm not your parent. I'm not your parent. So why are you expecting me to do those? Okay. Okay. No, it is. It's cool. I understand. We're good. We are good. So yeah, yeah. It's just it's all yucky. It's all icky. And I'm so glad to not be a part of that anymore. But that's what I try to explain to everybody, because they're like, oh, well, you're just digging in the past. Why you keep bringing up the past? Why you keep bringing up the past? The past has all of my truth. The past has all of my reality that was taken from me. I have to go into the past so that I can pick out and find what really happened to me. I don't care about what happened to them anymore. I don't care about what was going on, because here's the funny thing. I seen it. I saw it. I saw everybody's perspective. I saw what was happening to every single person in every single situation. I was just confused at the time. Like, I could see who was getting mistreated. I could see who was doing what. I was just programmed to take it. I was forced to laugh at my own pain. I was forced to laugh when someone made fun of me, because when I would speak up and say, hey, that hurt me. Oh, well, that's just a joke. Jokes are only funny if the person you are telling the joke to finds it funny. And if you're sitting there with insults and backhanded compliments and all that shit saying it's jokes, it ain't a fucking joke. It ain't a fucking joke. It is not. No, no, no. Oh, I got made fun of everywhere, all the time, all the time. And now I know why. Like, I know why. One, I'm different. Two, I'm just like they are in the brains. And, well, they weren't allowed to be themselves either. But I tried to encourage that. But no, 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 couldn't do that. We got to stick to the script. Y'all can have the script. Y'all can have the script. I don't want that. I don't want the script. Ugh, the script is yucky. It's yucky. And that's why I tell my story. Because 9 times out of 10, I need to have my therapy session at the beginning of the video. And then there's the motivation at the end of it. That's why I like when people actually watch the longer videos, because like you'll get the therapy session, you'll get the word vomit and all of that, and then you'll get the message that's attached to it. Because I use my experiences as lessons. I literally just, hey, this is what I went through. This is what I did. I'll tell you what I did wrong. I'll tell you what I did right. I'll tell you what I figured out. How's that wrong? It ain't. It ain't wrong. It ain't wrong. It's just wrong to the people that don't want it to be right. It really isn't. It isn't. All right. I think that's enough for that one, for this one, for today, because I'm not trying to like overdo it right now. I'm trying to like do it in pieces, follow spirit at the same time, while also living my regular life and preparing for whatever this next thing, chapter, whatever is. Like I said, there's some things I cannot speak on just yet because I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. So yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me. And welcome to all of the new members, followers, whatever. Welcome all of the new people that have decided to not only follow me, but comment on my stuff. Because it's awesome and it's exciting. It's nerve wracking because it's like, oh shit, I'm being seen. Hi. Which is helping me with my confidence and my motivation. Like, I can do this. I can do this. I can be seen. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. When you've been made to feel like your light is not allowed to shine as bright as it does, you get a little nervous when your light starts to shine really, really bright and people start to see it and they're not trying to take advantage of it. What? Y'all did that. Y'all did that. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I love you. Love yourself. You deserve to love yourself. Now, I'm not going to say that you have to love yourself before you love anybody else, but you have to at least love yourself a little bit. Otherwise, you are going to ruin every single relationship that you step into. It doesn't matter if it's platonic. It doesn't matter if it's romantic. It doesn't matter if it's work. It doesn't matter. If you don't at least love yourself enough, you will ruin every relationship that you get in. Ask me how I know. So, oh yeah, I got more to tell y'all on that one too. Okay, anyways, I love you. Love yourself. You got this. I believe in you. Have an awesome day.